Coming to you from the Central City Radio Podcast Studios, it's Unfiltered Reality with your host, Alex Stovall.
Unfiltered perspective, people. That's why we call it the Unfiltered Reality.
It's about to get real.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hi.
It is such a great day to talk on Unfiltered Reality.
Correct.
God bless America. There's so many things on my mind right now. We're going to go through a couple of things before we just dive on in. I am your host, Alex Stovall, and my lovely, delicate flower, Jade, is going to make sure I stay on task.
Hi.
Because I have a tendency to rant and ramble because there's so many things that I want to talk about. This podcast is going to consist of a lot of various topics. We're going to have guest speakers. Really excited about some of the speakers we're going to have come in the next couple of weeks. It's going to give you a whole different perspective. Unfiltered Reality is a safe space that we give to people, activists specifically, grassroots in the community, political, small business owners, attorneys, professional influencers, you name it. So we have a lot of things that are coming in the next couple of weeks, and I am super excited to share it with you guys. So,
yeah, real people in the community with their unfiltered perspectives.
Unfiltered.
No judgment.
Did you say unfiltered?
I said unfiltered.
Unfiltered perspective, people. That's why we call it the Unfiltered Reality. Saying the quiet part out loud, right?
You are very loud. That is correct. There's no problem there. So, I want to keep you on task today.
Yes.
And let's do a little bit of intro into Unfiltered Reality. So, you've explained what Unfiltered Reality is going to be about a little bit. What kind of people are we going to have on Unfiltered Reality?
Well, we have a couple of people in the community that I've spoken to already that have shown or expressed interest in talking about some of the legalities within the criminal justice system. We've got some attorneys that are going to jump on. We've also got some people that are involved in politics, myself included. But I won't be jumping on because I'm already on the podcast, and that wouldn't make any sense, and that just sounds weird saying it out loud.
But we still want to hear your opinion.
Yeah, I got plenty of those.
Yeah, you do.
But yeah, she's so nice to me.
Oh, I gotta be, don't I?
I mean, you don't have to. I mean, everybody, we all have
Well,
choices.
in public at least.
Yeah, well, Unfiltered Reality is the place you just let me have it, right?
No.
Oh, okay.
And so we've got some teachers as well.
Yes, we
I
do.
know that for a fact. We've got some musicians, some rappers.
Yes, and we also could potentially have some social media influencers as well.
Yes.
And some nonprofit organization leaders.
Yeah, so what we're aiming for is people, real people in the community, not just these people. You did mention social media influencers, but it's not just people who have got, tens of thousands of followers. It's people who are in the community, who genuinely know our community and have got something to say and have got wisdom far beyond what a lot of people would expect, and we want to hear from them.
Yep, real people, real views, real perspectives, unfiltered.
Yes, exactly. So that's the kind of guests we're going to be having. And for the next part, I would like people to know a little bit about you. If people don't know who Alex Stovall is, let's hear a little bit about my other half.
This is always a tough question for me because most people would say I'm cocky or arrogant or full of myself, but I really don't like talking about myself. Whenever someone says, hey, tell me about yourself, there's just like a blank slate in my head.
I could talk about you for days.
Oh, that warms my kidney, my heart, thing that pumps blood through the coursing of my veins and all that good stuff. Mm-hmm. But be that as it may, I would say I am a Arizonan. I've spent my entire life pretty much in Arizona. I've moved 57 times. I know cities and areas by zip code, so that's kind of cool. Got that going on for me. I graduated from Hamilton High School.
It's kind of a party trick, the area code thing.
Yeah, I know. It's basically like, if you want to test me, some people will actually try and ask me, hey, do you know this zip code? And I'm like, yeah, that's over there on this area. But
That would help if I knew zip codes in Arizona.
yeah. Well, zip codes will usually tell you the places you need to go and the places you should steer clear of, right?
Okay.
But the places we have steered clear of for so long are eventually going to be places that we feel comfortable walking into.
Yeah.
That's what I hope Unfiltered Reality podcast guests will be able to bring light on.
Yeah.
So, just wanted to throw that out there. Free chicken for those who are listening. We intend to make all of our communities safe, comfortable, and filled with open-minded, respectful American people.
Yes. So,
Going back
as
to
my
me, I
my
know,
role
I
to
know.
keep you on track. So, you moved 57 times in Arizona.
Yes.
You graduated from, how many high schools did you go to?
Well, I went to 7 high schools, but I
7 high
graduated
schools.
from Hamilton High School.
Graduated
I
from
spent
Hamilton.
a lot of time in public schools, and asked me what I learned. I think of the SpongeBob episode. What I learned in boarding school was, yep. That's my perspective with public school.
Right.
It's not the public school teachers to an extent that have caused that issue, but I do think it's something that needs to be addressed.
Yes.
We have a lot of great teachers out there that I feel are kind of being muzzled.
Right.
In the private school sector, it's a tad bit different. I learned more in my 1 year of private school than I did my entire 15 or 16 years of public school.
Yeah. And you were given the opportunity to go to private school from...
An individual that donated, actually. Imagine that. I still to this day don't know who it was that thought it would be a great idea to bring this knucklehead into a private school, but thank God they did.
Yes.
I mean, the experience, the teachers,
Thank
it
you
changed my life.
to that anonymous helper.
So thank you to that person. One of these days, I hope they actually say, hey, you remember me?
Maybe they'll
Nope.
hear the podcast.
Maybe they'll hear the podcast, yeah.
Okay, so more about you, my love. So, graduated from Hamilton High School. What else would you like listeners to know about you?
I went to university. I am a PhD candidate, ABD, meaning all but dissertation. I will finish my PhD in the next year, and then I'll be called doctor.
Ooh.
Super excited about that. My PhD is in psychology, those who are interested. I come from the projects, so I am living, walking, breathing proof that it does not matter where you come from. It is where you plan to go.
Yes. Yeah.
So, yeah, I was an athlete. I played football in Canada. I did volleyball. I did cheer. I did cage fighting.
I didn't know you were a cheerleader.
I did competitive cheer. There's a
Oh
difference.
my gosh.
Yeah.
My little cheerleader.
But I would say I'm a pretty well-versed person. I started a business. I trade the stock market. I love teaching people about the stock market, economic infrastructure, and understanding how the average person actually has a lot more power than they think.
Yes.
So I'm very passionate about teaching, inquiring, and educating any and everyone that I come in contact with.
Yeah.
So
you are.
that's a
You
little
are
bit about
very,
me.
You are a very good teacher. You are also involved in politics.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. For those of you who
Just
don't know,
that little part about you.
I am a politician. I do not hold a seat currently, but 2024 will be the year I occupy a federal political seat, God willing. Super excited for the next upcoming race, and also super excited about the upcoming election because that will give me a decent forecast of who I'm going to unseat in 2024. Fun, exciting times, ladies and gentlemen. Yes,
So
I'm
fun.
confident.
Yes. Love it. And if people would like to follow you,
AlexForArizona.com, and Alex for Arizona is my Instagram. Look
Yes.
forward to seeing you guys follow and sending me cool little posts and inquiries about the next podcast, which is
Yeah.
found on
Unfiltered Reality Podcast is our Instagram. And you can send us suggestions of who in the community you'd like to hear from,
Emojis.
or any topics. Yeah, emojis,
Love notes.
GIFs, just for Alex.
yeah
He loves those things.
memes. I'm a memer.
I'll
so-
take the serious. I'll take the serious messages, and I'll get them on the podcast. Any topics you'd like to speak of?
Oh, also, before you go back into serious stuff, because, whatever.
Okay.
I'm a sock person. Big into socks.
He is a very big sock person.
I've got different socks. Sushi socks, Nickelodeon socks, cartoon socks, all that good stuff.
Yeah, you do.
If you want to inquire or send socks to me, I'm open to that too.
Anytime I buy a gift for Alex, I give him socks. There's at least 2 or 3 pairs in every gift that I give to Alex.
It warms my my heart.
Okay, so Unfiltered Reality. We have spoken about it a bit and what it's going to be about. Is there anything else you'd like to share in regards to how it's going to be structured, what you mean, why you're doing Unfiltered Reality?
Ooh, that's a good one. Why I decided to launch a podcast. When I was starting my political career, I learned a lot in a very short period of time. Most people would call it drinking from a fire hose. I'm sure most people can relate to that.
It felt like that.
I was on the expedited political career. I learned a whole bunch of what not to do, got burned a lot, got hurt a lot. Unfiltered Reality podcast is going to primarily focus on people that may have been shunned, ostracized, pigeonholed, any shape or form. Maybe they felt like they weren't being heard, understood. Maybe they felt they couldn't be their authentic selves because ABC or someone said that this shouldn't be said because it doesn't make... Essentially, that's why I did the Unfiltered Reality podcast. I want people to have a safe place to say the quiet part out loud. And I also think it's important that we talk about the quiet part.
Yeah, and a lot of the time people are told, your opinion matters and everyone's entitled to their own opinion.
Until you don't agree with them.
Until your opinion isn't the same.
And I ultimately want Unfiltered Reality podcast to be a place for people to find healing and unity.
Yeah.
Just because you have an opposing view than I do, it doesn't mean that I have to hate you or demean you or demoralize your character or say that you're X, Y, and Z. I'm all open to having conversations with people that have opposing views or walk a different path than I did.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
the beauty of being an inquirer. You inquire to understand and not inquire to respond.
Yeah, like we said earlier, everyone's allowed their own opinion and we're here to take it and without judgment.
Out loud.
Out loud.
I'm just kidding. We won't judge you. If I got something to say, I'm going to let you know. Trust me.
Oh, yes. You definitely will. The good thing about Alex is he has a lot of thoughts. The other side to that coin is that sometimes he gets away with his thoughts. So if things start to get off topic, I'll be sure to drag him back.
Rather quickly, actually.
Yeah, I got you. So that's it.
Yeah, that's
pretty
much the gist of everything. I thought we were going to have some intro. We were supposed to have a monkey come in and clang a cymbal, but apparently somebody missed the memo. So
We're not
maybe next
not
week.
in the
maybe
budget.
Next week. Yeah, we're on a tight budget right now because this recession is screaming. Is anyone still paying $850 for gas? God bless America.
Yeah,
This is
exactly.
insanity. I don't care what political side you're on. You can't tell me you're comfortable with this. It's 180 degrees out here. Who wants to be standing at a gas pump right now? And then feeling the emotional, psychological pain of knowing 1/4 of whatever's in there is going to gas. Yeet.
Jeez Louise.
Yeah. We're going to talk about that. Don't worry.
We're going to talk about everything. Anything and everything. Anything you want to talk about. Anything Alex wants to talk about. You as in the listeners. Anything. Just let us know.
We ain't talking about lizard people, though. We ain't talking about no lizard people. I'm just throwing it out there.
Well,
everybody want to talk about
It
2022 and lizard people and 2020. And
it might come up. You just don't know.
I'm going to listen.
People are going to be saying stuff and then they're going to be like, Alex Stovall said this on his podcast.
Yeah.
They're going to come for you.
And I'm just going to give them the stare like, I don't even
Alex
know what you're
Stovall
talking
believes
about.
in lizard people.
Right?
I didn't even say it.
I didn't say it. I can neither confirm or deny the allegation. Hey, nowadays on these podcasts and these social media platforms, you can make and change and contort voices and stuff. You never know who you listening to. But on Unfiltered Reality, rest assured, we're going to keep it 100 for those who are in these streets, and we will keep it 100 for those who are in the streets. See how I made that transition?
I like that.
Yeah.
So, where can people find us?
AlexForArizona.com. Alex for Arizona is my Instagram. Yes, I'm active. Yes, I respond. And if you're not mean, I might possibly just follow you back.
And for the podcast, you can find us at Unfiltered Reality Podcast on Instagram, or you can email us at unfilteredrealitypod, Pod, @gmail.com. Any ideas of people you'd like to hear from in the community, or any topics you think we should talk about on the podcast? And
we can't bring Channing Tatum on, y'all. We don't have the budget for that, so I'm just throwing it out there. I know y'all liked Magic Mike. I heard it was a great movie. Can't confirm or deny I saw it myself, but we can't bring Channing Tatum on. Sorry. This is Unfiltered Reality, not Unfiltered Magic Mike.
My days.
Anyways, I'm super excited for the person we're going to bring on the podcast in our next episode.
Yes, who's in our next episode?
I've been running my mouth the entire podcast. How about you go? Who is it? Tell us.
For our next podcast, we have somebody coming in who is from the Teachers Committee, correct? He's also part of local politics. So he has a couple of different views on teaching and politics and what's going on in the community at the moment. So it's going to be really interesting. So tune in if that is up your street.
If that tickles your fancy, as some people say.
If that tickles your fancy, we're not going to yuck anybody's yum. And yes, my socials will remain a mystery. So if you find me, good job.
Yeah, don't be asking her for a social.
He will come.
Not
to
social
you.
security, not social security, social media.
And that's it.
For those who are out there that are a little bit more seasoned than the younger generation.
Yes.
Yes, I said seasoned. Old is whack. No one says you're old anymore. That's outdated. Seasoned. That's what we're sticking with.
And that's everything we got today. Well, I'm sure Alex could go on forever. That's a lie.
I could, but
we're going to end it here because he needs to stop.
Alrighty. Well, thanks for tuning in, guys. We look forward to having a little chit chat on the next episode. God bless you guys and stay vigilant.
Bye.